Hello there, this is Anonymous Anime Review, and today I will be reviewing Bleach Chapter 514. And this week's chapter was good, but at the same time, it raises up some questions for me personally, and it clarifies things people have been saying on the internet. For one, we find out that Ichigo's mother was in fact a Quincy, which again leads me to believe that there's a story behind that, because if she was a Quincy, she could not have been killed off by someone as weak as Grand Fisher. It makes no sense. So there's a story behind that, and Tite Kubo will eventually maybe get into that, and if he doesn't, that's bad writing on his part, and tons of fans out there would just be like baffled, like what? No answer to what? No, it's just bad. But let's get on to the actual chapter summary. So, and this chapter starts off, and Juha Bak, or I'm just gonna call him Juha, was talking to himself / Ichigo, saying that it was a mistake to have sent Kirige after Ichigo, and he's saying that he should have simply sent a regular old, random around card to deal with Ichigo, because I'm guessing he had something planned for Ichigo in the future, but now that Kirige faced Ichigo, and I'm thinking he didn't anticipate Kirige to lose, but now that Kirige lost Ichigo and ended up trapping him in the cell, we find out that Ichigo lost or spent up his entire Ryatsu trying to break the cell. And when all of it was gone, some of it came back, which I don't see how that works. But some of it came back, and some of it was like part of Kirige's Ryatsu, which is Quincy Ryatsu, and that Ryatsu awakened Ichigo's own Quincy Ryatsu's memories. Whatever that means, right? Because apparently Ryatsu now has memories, and it's but aside from that, we get confirmation for sure that Ichigo. We get confirmation from Juha that Ichigo is a Quincy when he says the jail was not meant to entrap Quincy's. Not exactly that, but he tells us that, and so we now know that Ichigo is in fact a Quincy. Not much in this chapter. Juha again brings up Ichigo's mother. Ichigo on some, young boy, don't talk about my mama, what? My mother? Don't, he goes at, Juha, and, this is I like this part. Juha, he tells him, about to release my full power. You're not going to get out of it this time, man. And Juha is preparing to actually take on Ichigo. Like, not try to, sedate him and take him back. He's going to attack Ichigo, like, with blunt force. And he's going to bring him back, dead or alive. Because apparently they have a doohickey that brings them back. Aside from that, here's the really cool part. As Juha is preparing to deliver the, attack, we see these shadows holding him back, grabbing the sword and, not allowing him to move. At first, I thought it was some kind of he's melting thing, and I was like, well, it makes sense. And I stared at the page, and to me, it seems like there's shadows holding him back, like restricting him on some, like, cage-style stuff. And Hash Vault, I will get into Hash Vault in just a second. Hash Vault tells him that it would have been in vain to warn him about it, because he would have just gone on about it either way. And Juha, again, Juha's like, but I thought I had time. But he remembers back to Aizen, and Aizen somehow changed his perception of time, which to me was weird, because you have to see Aizen's Shikai to change perception, and if you've never seen it before, it doesn't change the perception, which is why Ichigo had the advantage of probably beating Aizen. And then there's people that say, well, Aizen fused with the Shikai, so he can use it at will, and it's still just it's kind of like there. But I mean, Aizen does fuck with you. We know this. Aizen is like the Bleach troll. He just fucks with you. There's no way to explain it, right? And Juha's like, I'm leaving, but someday I will come back for you. And Ichigo on some, not gonna let you get away. You think you can just get out of here after you injured Soul Society? He's talking like a badass, like he's about to take care of shit. And we all know he's not. Juha killed Yamamoto. You don't kill a man like that. Anyways, Ichigo says, take another step. And Juha was like, bitch, watch me take another step, right? He walks. And Ichigo, on some, attack, I'm gonna get you. And this was probably the best part of the chapter. This what makes it a good chapter. And that is Hashfall. He just, get his sword, cut, sword back in. And in this panel, we get Ichigo's Bankai, just cut Tensai Zangetsu, just sliced in half, man. Sliced in half, and that's like it's awesome, because Ichigo's face is like it's just like what just went down, and Hashfall wasn't full force. Hashfall was like slice like on some butter knife on butter type of stuff, man. Ichigo realizes his place. He knows he's outmatched, he's outclassed. His Tensai Zangetsu just got sliced in half. And the big controversy about this chapter that I'm seeing is that the ending text is Juha telling Ichigo, my son lost in the darkness, or something along those lines. And I'm just going to clarify my point. No, Juha is not Ichigo's dad. Ichigo is like a spitting image of Ishin. If they were like, oh, he's adopted, I'd be like, oh, well, this is stupid. They look alike, And Juha is not Ichigo's real dad. But I'm thinking that Juha is like a father to all Quincy's. Just how he's the, I guess, creator to all of them. He sees all of them as a family, as their sons. So he's referring to Ichigo as his son, lost in darkness, who was born without knowing what he was, who he was, or the background that his mother and or him came from, thus being lost from his Quincy heritage. For every review, I will do a chapter rating and a personal rating, and it's self-explanatory, but chapter rating is the rating the chapter itself gets from a chapter standpoint, and the personal rating is how I like the chapter. And that goes very bad, bad, average, good, very good, and excellent chapters for both. As far as this chapter goes, we don't get very far into the story. It's Ichigo attacking. We get some confirmations, and then Juha Bach leaving. And that's about it. So that's on a chapter standpoint, because we know this stuff and because not much happened. It's an average chapter. Now, on a personal standpoint, Hashvault himself, for me, makes this a very good chapter, because I've never seen anybody just go ham on Ichigo, slice his Tensai Zangetsu in half, and leave him looking like a punk bitch. Alright? Well, this has been Bleach Chapter 514 review by Anonymous Anime Review. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever. Thank you for watching.